Welcome everyone to the tutorial on how to convert WWE 2K22 to WWE 2K23 models. This is not a foolproof or perfect method. There are a lot of things I'm still learning, but they do work. And there will be a couple of models here and there you'll run into that may have hair issues. I haven't figured that out yet. But 90% of the mods I've installed work perfectly fine. They show up, there's no issues. So this is a quick and dirty right now for you guys. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is you want to, and all the links. First of all, let me say all the links that I'm going to provide in the description. So anything that's here that needs downloaded, you can just check the description below. Download what you need. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to install Blender. Blender, the one I'm using is 2.9, but they're up to 3.5. I don't normally update or upgrade versions like this for modeling and things like that because what I have works. So your mileage may vary with Blender 3.5, but I got 2.9. So download Blender, and then go and download the mesh data transfer for Blender. Okay, this is what it looks like. You'll want to put a price in here and put 0, but if you want to donate, you can. They deserve it. Click I want this, put your email address in here, and you'll get a link. You can download mesh data transfer. Then you want to go to the PWM, Pro Wrestling Mods Patreon. You want to scroll down. You want to download the MDL script here, the IO scene. You want to download Cake Tools and the MTLS editor, both of which you'll need. And then you'll want to scroll down some more and download the YCL animation conversion script, this reformat all. You want to save all that in your downloads folder or somewhere where you can access it, okay? And you'll start Blender. It'll look like this when you start. I'll click here and get rid of that. We can click here and get rid of collection. We don't really need it. Now, you want to go to Edit, Preferences, and you want to go to Install. Click Install. Go to your Downloads folder. Okay. Find all the plugins you just downloaded. So Mesh Data Transfer. You want to install that. Click Install. You want to download the IO. You want to install IO Scene. Install that. Now, when you're installed, you want to scroll down in here and make sure that those are checked, okay? Mesh data transfer, you want to make sure the checkbox is on. And the 3 WW2Ks, you want to make sure the checkboxes are all checked there. All right? If they are, you now have, and you want to install MTLS Edit and Cake Tools as well. If you have all that done, you are now ready to convert your model. Now, we're going to show you how to set up your folders, or how I set up my folders, so that I can easily remember where things are and not overwrite anything that shouldn't be overwritten. Okay. So I downloaded a Sable by Lee Valentine, talented creator. It's a little heavy on the load time, so it's going to take a little longer to do stuff, but I'll hopefully edit that out. So how I do it, I still have my 2K22 folder and my 2K23 folder, obviously. You can do it the way you want, but label where your models are, okay? So you want to go into your 2K22 folder and drop your Sable in there. Here's my Sable. You want to copy that Sable out. Go into your 2K23 folder. Make a copy of it in there as well, okay? Because that's where you're going to be working. You're going to be working with these two folders, okay? Now once you do that, go back to Blender, and here we go. We're just going to run through it. Once you do it a few times, it's going to become rapid fire like machinery to you. It's just going to be automated, okay? So make sure just scene collection is there and nothing else. You go to File, Import, 2K22 MDL. Go to your 2K22 folder. Okay. Go into your Sable or mod folder. Go into base model. Select base model and make sure import shape keys is checked. Import the MDLI. This one's going to take a second. Once that model is loaded, you'll see skeleton. You want to click the drop down next to skeleton, and you want these files. So you're going to highlight these files right here up to right below skeleton. Don't select skeleton or pose. You never want to select these for anything right now. Okay, you click File, You want to export. Now you're exporting 2K23 now, okay? 2K23 MDL. Go back to where your model is installed. For me, it's in 2K23's folder. That's the 2K23 model. Go into your model, go into base model. Make sure export shape keys is checked for this one. Highlight base model and export. That'll take maybe 5 to 30 seconds depending on the size of your model. Alright, now that your base model is finished, you want to do your attire now. So highlight all of this, the entire base model, and delete it. Go to File, Import, 2K22 MDL. Okay. Now make sure you're in your 2K22 folder. Go into your attire folder. Select attire, but you don't want to import the shape keys this time. You don't want anything checked here. Select attire, hit import MDLI. Click the drop down. Once again, highlight all of that below skeleton. Okay. Click File, Export, 23 MDL. Go to your 23 folder, your model folder. Go into attire. Click attire. Make sure there's nothing checked. You don't want the shape keys checked for this one. Hit export MDLI. Once that's finished, highlight everything. Delete it. Click File. Click Import. But now you're going to click Import 23 MDL. And you're going to go to your 23 folder. So your 23 model folder. Base model. Click base model. Make sure nothing is selected for this one. And you're going to import your base model now. Now this model is set up a little differently than normal. Let me show you what's going to happen here. Normally you would pick body skinned and head skinned. And that would be what you need to export, right? This model, the body is not on the body skinned. It's on body skinned 1. So the best way is to look at this in here at the viewer. Make sure that everything is highlighted in yellow. As you can see, it's not. So there's no body. Where's the body? Click body skin 2. There it is. Now everything is highlighted, okay? Another way to tell is click these little drop downs, okay? You don't want M tongue. You want M body right here, M body 1, and you want M head 1, okay? They have to contain those, so you want those two. So for this model, we're going to have to click body skinned 1 and head skinned 1 only. That is it. Click File, Export, HPL, 2K HPL. Go into your 2023 model folder. Go to attire. You don't want this in base model. I know it's a base model, but you want this in attire. Go to attire, highlight attire, export. Let it export. And highlight everything. Delete it all. This next step I just do just to double check and ensure that the attire MDL is properly set. I could thank Natty Cats for this. He drilled this one into my head in his tutorial. So you want to go to File, Import, MDL 23. Go into your attire folder, nothing checked. Click the attire, import. Click the drop down. Highlight everything under skeleton. File, export, 23 MDL. Back into your attire folder, nothing checked. Click on attire, export, and you're done with Blender. Now, once you close out Blender, you're going to work from your other folders. You're going to go into your 23 model folder, right? Your mods folder. You want to take this from downloads, that reformat all YCL. Copy that, all right? I keep it here just so it's always here, but it's probably in your downloads folder. Copy that and paste that into your default attire folder. Okay? Run it. Double click it. You'll see that it reformatted the YCLs. Hit enter. Close it. Delete that reformat out of this folder. Delete the original YCL out of this folder. rename the YCL, the reformatted YCL, take out the underscore reformatted, hit enter. Your model's good to go in that aspect. Now you want to start up the MTLS edit, right? The Cake Tools MTLS editor. Open the MTLS, go to your model, your 23 model, go into base model, click the MTLS, open it, save it. Do the same thing for attire. Go into the attire folder, open the MTLS, save it. And that's it. Drop your Sable or your mod into whatever folder you're baking with, and then bake with Cake Tools. And there you got your Sable in game. So I'm going to release further tutorials down the road about how to do other things. Right now, this is the quickest way to get a model in game. There are other things that probably you're going to need to do in the future for things like hair or entrance props, or even titles showing up. Right now they show up on a few of the models, so I will release tutorials for that in the future. But there's the quick and dirty on how to get your mod in your game for when Meta 2 releases. Now, speaking of Meta 2, you're going to want to subscribe to Grix's Patreon. You want to do Grix, add .grix. Make sure you do it, because Meta 2 is releasing for the future. For the time being, is releasing only through Patreon. That's because of the leaks that went down. These assholes who decided that they wanted to leak Meta 2 early. It's Patreon exclusive, but it will give you access to Meta 2. It'll give you access to many mods that Grix is going to release in the future, and his Discord, which is very helpful. Helped me learn how to do all this myself. So you want to sign up to that Patreon. Look up Grix on the Patreon, and also you want to subscribe to PWR Pro Wrestling Mods, 2 of the patrons that I support currently, that are the greatest patrons you can get for doing modding on WWE 2K. Alright guys, hopefully that was quick and dirty for you. Hopefully you guys have any questions you can answer below, and I'll gladly answer them. And if the tutorial needs updating in the future, I'll make another one and update it with any new information that I find. But right now, good enough to get your mods working in the game when Meta 2 releases, alright? Thank you guys for your support. Have a great day.